creepy. It's just such a fetishistic event.
Come on, you can't sign? Come on, kids, only two of us.
I mean, in general, you want to lead a private life.
You don't want to socialize, Mr. Reeves.
I certainly don't want to play it safe my whole life. You know, I don't want to. I think the danger is that you start patronizing your audience.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to distract you, to make you laugh, make you happy and docile, so you don't know what's really going on.
Keanu Reeves has just sent shockwaves through Hollywood with a deadly warning, and Jim Carrey is at the center of it all.
Creepy. It's just such a fetishistic event.
Come on, you can't sign? Come on, kids, only two of us.
I mean, in general, you want to lead a private life.
You don't want to socialize, Mr. Reeves.
Known for his unshakable resolve and harrowing battles against the industry's darkest forces, Keanu isn't afraid to expose the truth. But now, Jim Carrey, the comedic legend with a history of defying Hollywood's elite, could be facing the same brutal fallout.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to distract you, to make you laugh, make you happy and docile, so you don't know what's really going on.
So what explosive secrets did Carrey uncover that have put him in Hollywood's crosshairs?
Well, I'm retiring, but
No.
yeah, probably.
Are you being serious or are you screwing with me?
I'm being fairly serious, yeah.
And why is Keanu Reeves stepping forward with a chilling cautionary tale, one that might just predict Carrey's fate? Let's dive in. Jim Carrey has never been one to shy away from speaking his mind. His journey from comedy legend to a voice against Hollywood's darker side is nothing short of remarkable. According to Carrey, Hollywood punishes those who don't play by their rules. He has brought forth new evidence against Will Smith, accusing him of abusing young actors. Carrey has hinted at a larger network of abuse and control within Hollywood, suggesting that many of the industry's biggest names are complicit.
Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
These allegations have not only put Carrey in the spotlight, but have also made him a target. The question remains, why is he being targeted so aggressively?
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile, so you don't know what's really going on.
Jim Carrey's outspoken nature and refusal to conform have made him a threat to the Hollywood establishment, but he's not alone in facing these challenges. Keanu Reeves, known for his humility and kindness, has also faced his share of hardships in the industry. Reeves has been open about the difficulties he's encountered, from personal tragedies to professional setbacks. In a 2019 chat with GQ, Reeves spilled the beans about his stint in movie jail. He said Fox Studios put him on their blacklist after he turned down the sequel. And that blacklist, it lasted a whopping 14 years.
That was odd.
Let's rewind to 1994, a golden year for movies. Think Pulp Fiction, The Shawshank Redemption, The Lion King, and Forrest Gump. Plus, action junkies had a blast with flicks like The Crow, True Lies, Leon, The Professional. And of course, the one that put Keanu Reeves on the map, Speed. This flick not only wowed critics, but also turned Reeves and Sandra Bullock into A-listers overnight. It raked in a whopping $350 million against a $38 million budget. But every success story has its dark side, and for Keanu, Speed's triumph was a double-edged sword. After the cash registers rang loud, the studio naturally wanted a sequel. And if you're doing a Speed sequel, you gotta bring back the original stars, right? Sandra Bullock was on board, but when it came to Keanu, things hit a speed bump. Turns out, Reeves wasn't too keen on the idea. So when Speed 2, Cruise Control hit theaters, you couldn't find Keanu Reeves behind the wheel. Nope, they brought in Jason Patric to play some cop named Alex Shaw. But let's be real, he just didn't have that Keanu Reeves vibe, that special something that made the first Speed a hit. The director and his co-star Sandra Bullock implored Reeves to return for the sequel. I said, I read the script and I can't. It's called Speed and it's on a cruise ship, Reeves recalled to Esquire. He turned down the reported $5.5 million salary for the movie and instead went back to the theater in Canada to play Hamlet for under $2,000 a week. Obviously, Fox wasn't exactly thrilled. According to Reeves, the studio started spreading spreading rumors, saying he ditched the sequel to tour with his band, Dogstar. But that's far from the truth, he insisted. So, what kept him from jumping back into action alongside Willem Dafoe's bug-eyed terrorist? Well, for starters, he was all actioned out. Reeves had just wrapped up Chain Reaction, and he described the experience as really unsatisfying. Lots of running, lots of action, and not much fulfillment. This was way before Reeves morphed into the John Wick we know today. Anyway, the whole Chain Reaction ordeal left him feeling drained. He wasn't ready to dive into another action flick so soon, especially after narrowly escaping a hydrogen explosion in the first Speed. His manager spilled the beans to Entertainment Weekly, saying he didn't want to do 2 action movies back to back. And on top of that, Reeves had broken his ankle in a motorcycle accident. So, the idea of diving into all those aquatic stunts for Cruise Control probably didn't sound too appealing. But Hollywood didn't seem to care about Reeves or his health. Instead, they decided to give him the cold shoulder. Turns out, not doing the film might have been the best move. Speed 2, which hit theaters in 1997, was a colossal flop. It only raked in $164.5 million against a hefty budget of $110 to $160 million. Plus, it's widely regarded as one of the worst sequels ever, with a pitiful Rotten Tomatoes score of just 4%. So, in the end, it was Hollywood's loss, not Keanu's. In any case, Reeves' experiences highlight a pattern of mistreatment and exploitation within Hollywood, similar to what Jim Carrey has exposed. You see, Jim Carrey's journey from bringing laughter to the world to being labeled eccentric by the media has been incredibly intriguing. However, recent insiders' claims suggest that there might be more to this story than meets the eye. The star of Dumb and Dumber, renowned for his vibrant energy and comedic talent, is reportedly causing concern among his close friends due to his increasingly reclusive lifestyle, leading to worries about his well-being.
Those things. I do believe in manifestation, power of that kind of stuff, but I don't believe that any of it matters. You know, this mattering is to me.
On his 62nd birthday, Jim Carrey made a rare public appearance looking disheveled and hardly recognizable, prompting his friends to gather around him to offer support. According to a source cited by the National Enquirer, the comedian has been spending time in Hawaii and is hiding away, showing very little interest in anything Hollywood has to offer. The insider expressed concern, stating, "It's a big worry for the many folks who care about Jim, who's had some seriously rough moments these past few years." The source added that Carrey tends to self-isolate and withdraw. Observing Carrey's appearance, the insider remarked that the former actor seems to have taken a beating both physically and mentally. The concerns about Jim Carrey's well-being stem from his decision to step away from his Hollywood career as an actor-comedian and focus on pursuing art. In March 2022, the Ace Ventura star disclosed to Access Hollywood that he was probably retiring from acting. Carrey explained, "Well, I'm retiring, yeah, probably. I'm being fairly serious. It depends. If the angels bring some sort of script that's written in gold ink that says to me that it's going to be really important for people to see, I might continue down the road, but I'm taking a break." He further expressed, "I feel like," and this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists, "I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough." This shift in focus towards personal fulfillment through artistic endeavors seems to have prompted concern among his friends about his well-being and lifestyle. Behind the scenes, Carrey said he grappled with a revelation that Hollywood was far more than just lights, camera, and action. He began hinting at the industry's concealed agenda to mold actors into mere reflections of their on-screen personas, manipulating the line between fiction and reality. In interviews and public appearances, Carrey's comments have begun to raise eyebrows, as he candidly admitted that he often found himself losing his own identity to the characters he portrayed.
If you go deep enough into those characters, you realize that your own character is pretty thin to begin with. Who's Jim Carrey? Oh, he doesn't exist, actually.
What's more, Jim recently revealed that Hollywood is a spineless industry. During a 2022 appearance at CBS Mornings, the actor-comedian told Gayle King on the show, "I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. Felt like Hollywood is just spineless en masse," referring to the moment when Will Smith went to the stage to receive the Best Actor award for his role in King Richard and was given a standing ovation for winning his first ever Oscar, even though he slapped Chris Rock on stage minutes earlier. He added, "And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore." He added that had he been in Chris Rock's position, he would have sued Will Smith. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video was going to be there forever, Jim said. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words, Jim Carrey said on the show. But Jim Carrey wasn't the only one who spoke about this incident. Cat Williams also dropped some bombshells about Smith. In one explosive interview, Cat spilled the tea, hinting that Smith might be a power slave, doing whatever it takes to climb that celebrity ladder. Williams implied that there are puppeteers pulling Smith's strings, controlling his every move behind the scenes.
Will Smith is not the giant that he is solely on the merits of Will Smith or his family. There are 300 corporations that are a part of the Will Smith business. And if you are the people that are in business with him, when you decide that you're going to do something, you can do it too.
He even suggested that the whole Oscar drama was a setup, a carefully orchestrated show to keep Smith in check. Williams emphasized that in the world of showbiz, where illusion often trumps reality, such stage dramas are more common than we might think.
If you were going to slap a comedian, he was the number one to slap. And if you're going to slap him, you just need the greatest guy, the bestest guy. That guy is the one that will have to slap him in order for the type of ratings we need and attention to be on this thing.
Moreover, Williams suggested that Smith's decline in recent projects, such as the ill-fated After Earth with his son Jaden, signals a deliberate move by these puppeteers to discredit and sideline him. By orchestrating scenarios that lead to public scrutiny and professional setbacks, they effectively render Smith unemployable in the eyes of Hollywood's power brokers. They fiddle with the perception of the people, and that's part of the job. Back in the day, it used to be called propaganda. Now it's just called business. They don't say we gotta smear the candidate. They just smear him. Whoever made you is qualified to break you. That's the end of it when they bought you and put you on that Fox show. It was because you were going to do this and only this. You'll never do that. As soon as you breach that, they done with you too. They decided they were finished with Will when he did After Earth with Jaden. From there, they've done what was necessary to take him from $20 million a movie to put him in a position where maybe it can appear he has a nervous breakdown and is now unemployable.
They had decided that they were finished with Will when he did After Earth with Jaden. And from there, they've done what was necessary to take him from a $20 million movie to put him in a position where maybe it can appear he has a nervous breakdown and now is unemployable.
Drawing parallels to the ongoing controversies surrounding Diddy, Williams implies that both Smith and Diddy are victims of a system that chews up and spits out its brightest stars when they are no longer deemed useful. Anyway, it appears Keanu Reeves may have dropped subtle hints about certain celebrities tied to Hollywood's shady underbelly, individuals who could soon find themselves under the FBI scrutiny. For starters, we have Meek Mill. Known for his rap career and high-profile friendships with the likes of Jay-Z, Meek has found himself in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Fans have speculated that Meek Mill may have been named in Rodney Lil Rod Jones' lawsuit against Diddy. In the lawsuit, an unnamed rapper is mentioned as having been on Diddy's yacht, where they were allegedly seen consorting with underage girls, S-workers. Further down in the complaint, the person whose name was redacted is described as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Meek Mill is from Philadelphia, and he did in fact date Nicki Minaj from 2014 to 2016. Here's how it's worded. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper, redacted, R&B singer, redacted, and Stevie J. Again, Usher obviously recently played the Super Bowl and had a residency in Las Vegas, which is why people think the lawsuit is referring to him. In any case, Meek, upon discovering the rumors flying online, logged in to try to regain control of the narrative in what was described as a rookie move. To be specific, he wrote, "I'm from Philly, I don't do coke or freaky molly. Nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. Lol." Besides the claims that have just come out, there have been several other pointers that have pointed to the fact that Meek might be on the DL, especially with Diddy. This was the case when a video surfaced that made fans feel as though Diddy may have taken his friendship with Meek a bit too far. In the clip, Meek is chilling in the pool when Diddy congratulates him on his success, but in the most unorthodox way.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Meek says he is just enjoying life when Diddy says, "You deserve it, daddy, you putting in that work." As you can probably guess, it is the use of the word daddy that some fans seem to take issue with. In a separate video that has since gone viral, can be seen rapping on a boat party with Diddy appearing to get closer to him as soon as he raps about getting intimate.
When you gon' party with a real bad boy, daddy?
From Meek Mill, we jump to Jamie Foxx, an A-list actor known for his larger-than-life personality. Jamie Foxx has long been a guest at Diddy's infamous parties, events that have been the subject of wild rumors for years. Some say these parties weren't just about music and fun, they were far more sinister. For those in the know, Diddy's lavish lifestyle comes with a price. Many celebrities who have attended these gatherings often left with more than just memories. Insiders have whispered for years that Diddy exerts control over those closest to him, either through blackmail, influence, or worse. And Jamie Foxx? Well, he was one of Diddy's frequent guests, which made people wonder what exactly was going on behind closed doors. In fact, there was a time when Diddy allegedly forced Jamie Foxx to play a game of naked basketball. Yes, you heard that right, naked basketball. Diddy, known for his wild parties and larger-than-life personality, supposedly came up with this crazy idea to break the ice and make the night unforgettable.
If you want to know who was probably at these games, just look at who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years, especially the super successful ones.
Now, can you imagine being at that party? Talk about taking things to a whole new level. Say what you will, but Diddy certainly knows how to throw an unforgettable bash. The big question, though, is, did Jamie Foxx actually go through with it? Well, it seems that Jamie was a good sport and didn't shy away from the challenge. He embraced the moment and jumped right into the game of naked basketball.
If you want to know who was probably at these games, just look at who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years, especially the super successful ones.
Wow, that's definitely pushing boundaries and stepping way out of your comfort zone. But hey, when you're with Diddy and other A-listers, anything can happen, right? But here's the thing. This wasn't Jamie's first time at one of Diddy's infamous parties. In fact, an old clip of Jamie Foxx revealing shocking details from one of Diddy's creepy parties resurfaced online last year.
Canon, yo, Puff, I should document this shit, right? Yo, what's up, Playboy? What you talking about? I should get this, man. You, Farnsworth, the whole nine. He says, yeah, let him through. Excuse me. Sorry.
Back in the early days of Jamie's entertainment career, when he was still trying to break into the music industry, he attended one of Diddy's exclusive parties in Beverly Hills. Jamie, always sharp, brought a camera along, hoping to document the night. And when he asked Diddy for permission to film, Diddy was all for it.
What? You spent $1.5 million on this party? I said, you come to my house, I'll throw you a party for $400. And it will rival this, not in...
This wasn't just any party. It cost a jaw-dropping $1.5 million, with a guest list full of A-list celebrities arriving in luxury cars. Jamie wasn't just a guest, though. He took on the role of teaching Diddy how to party on a budget. His stories about showing Diddy how to throw an amazing party without spending a fortune have become legendary. In fact, Jamie even shared the story on The Colbert Show, reminiscing about how he turned Diddy into a thrifty party pro. But aside from teaching Diddy how to party on a budget, Jamie also revealed that Diddy's parties were the craziest he had ever been to. These parties were more than just expensive, they were also a hotbed of unusual behavior, seemingly orchestrated by Diddy to fulfill his fantasies. And then there's Stevie J, a longtime producer for Diddy. Stevie J was present during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's Miami mansion and described the scene as chaotic. However, Stevie J's name also came up in Jones' lawsuit. Jones claims that Diddy bragged about sleeping with many big names in the hip-hop world, dropping hints about some without naming them directly, except for Stevie J, whom he mentioned outright. This has raised questions about why Diddy specifically pointed him out when discussing his alleged encounters. Footnotes.
I can't even imagine such debauchery and such happening to a gangster rapper like me. Imagine after a freak-off session with allegedly Meek and
So why Stevie J? This is where many fans suspect that Diddy has footage of his freak-off with other men and women. If he didn't, he wouldn't be so brazen as to mention the music producer's name when he knew that he had evidence to prove it. Interestingly, Jones claims Diddy was part of an enterprise that used freak-off footage to blackmail celebrities to do their bidding, and it's likely Stevie J is on one of those tapes. Jones also alleged that Stevie J was part of the enterprise, and his job was to recruit S-workers for Diddy and his guests who patronized his parties. As expected, Stevie J has denied all rumors, staunchly defending his boss's honor. According to him, Diddy is innocent of all the allegations brought up against him, including Jones's lawsuit, and even engaged in an online spat with 50 Cent, where he challenged him to a fight. So based on Rodney Jones's lawsuit, it is highly possible that Stevie J could be on the Diddy's S-tapes. In any case, by now, it is obvious that Reeves' disillusionment with Hollywood mirrors Carrey's own journey. Even after all he's been through, Keanu Reeves remains one of the most down-to-earth and genuinely kind celebrities out there, and he has remained optimistic despite everything. In fact, it seems Hollywood's attempts to derail Keanu Reeves' career have totally failed. His awesome behavior has only made people love him more. In any case, only one question remains. What will happen next? Will their revelations lead to meaningful change, or will the industry continue to retaliate against them? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Jim Carrey and Keanu Reeves are not backing down. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.